take those bell blanks, find a handle that fits, spin it up. We're going to take the end of the bell, roll it over, put a bell wire in it.
And this is Charles Hargett at Kanstul Factory. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's helping me, he and Zig are helping me trying to figure out where I'm going to go with my horn design and how to get it started. And I'm sorry I interrupted you, Charles.
It's fine. I'm just looking for a piece of bell wire.
And I'm at this huge Kanstul factory
We could pan around the factory while I'm trying to find a piece of wire.
in Anaheim, right in Anaheim, California, right near Disneyland. Pretty spectacular factory, actually.
So,
Pretty amazing.
sorry for the delay. We'll take those bell blanks that you have,
Okay.
find a mandrel that'll fit, put on the mandrel, tighten it out at the end, and spin it up. It'll be spinning. You take a tool and curve up the edge, stop it, put a bell wire in it.
Okay.
It's just brass wire. So cut it to size, put it in there, spin this back up again, roll it over with a special tool and tuck it so that you've got the bell wire in there. Later they'll go in and solder it. Here's a good example right here. Solder that bell wire into place. So we're going to fill that seam all the way with solder.
Okay.
And what we'll do is actually put this on a hot plate, very slowly spin it, fill the seam. Then use a hot plate to boil out whatever moisture might still be left in the bell. I'll take this and put it back.
Is this copper here, or is that, or?
This is actually yellow brass.
Oh, yellow brass,
It's been
okay.
worked and
I
it just
see.
gets dirty.
Yellow brass, okay.
So then they'll spin it back up again and use a special tool to cut out. This is the solder right here on the outside. They're going to trim that excess solder. And when they're all done, you should have a bell with a nice clean bead that looks like that anyway.
Wow,
It's a
sweet.
it's a dusty bell, but that's what it looks like.
Impressive.
So when it comes off the mantle, if you want to keep that rolling.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Charles.
Sure. You do this several times a week. Right now your bells are straight. They have to be bent. And as we discovered, you have to
I
fill
discovered the hard way.
something to keep it from collapsing when it bends.
Okay.
What we do is we
Ooh,
plug up
now that
one-
looks cold.
It is cold. It's minus 80 degrees
Oh.
Celsius.
That's why I don't want to put my hands in there, right?
No, you don't. So we'll plug up one end of that bell, fill it with liquid soap. It's just this stuff right down here.
Oh, like, is that like Murphy soap or something?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a solution of Murphy's in water.
Okay.
Because when it freezes, it remains pliable. Put it in here. That's when I get the chopping over it. There we go. All right, so this soap is still freezing. It expands when it freezes. Then we can bend the tube, or bend the bell, without the tube collapsing. The soap will freeze it still pliable enough to bend the tube.
And now that, he talked about opening it up to a 464 because mine's smaller. Is that how you would actually do that with that?
Yeah, what we would do is they would ball out the end. The long tube, find a long tube. We'll either run a plug or a ball all the way through the end. It's 464. Force it out the end, and that opens it up to 464. Right now, that's going to get cut off at some point.
Okay.
Okay, but that's not what yours looks like right now. It's not what yours is going to look like. This one's going to be open up too. You bend it to the width of the horn that you want, and fit it to the horn.
Well, folks, we might be looking at trumpet history in the making as we speak right now. You never know. You never know what we're going to come up with. I hope it's something great. This factory really is quite spectacular.
We do our own plating. We do our own lacquering.
Oh, you do all your own plating in-house?
Yeah, you can go look at it if you want to leave that running.
Yeah. The factory that I'm used to looking at, which you can't, I don't know if you could call it a factory, but I used to live in the East Bay. And so Dick Ackroyd, I went to his shop many times down in the basement. But it's nothing like this. But it's not small, but it's nothing like this.
He has a lot of the same equipment, it just has
Yeah.
less of it. He has we'll walk through an area that I'll show you that has all this. The ultrasonic cleaning tank. This is our plating room. What we'll actually do is take the horn once it's finished, let's say, plug the bell, mouth pipe, cap off the slides and the pistons. It won't have any slides or pistons in it. Suspended from copper wires down into this solution. It's actually silver suspended in the solution.
There's actually silver in here now?
Yeah.
Ah.
Run an electrical charge through it and the silver will cling or accumulate to the instrument. So a trumpet gets about an ounce of silver. We also do gold.
Okay.
The gold tank looks like. And the crystals forming over there. We're going to use the tank for a couple weeks.
So it's turning purple, huh?
And this just starts out, whatever the carrier is purple.
Okay. So that's gold in there.
That's beer color and this is Kool-Aid color.
Okay.
Oversimplifying. Back is the acid with the solder strip and that's it. So the equipment like Ackright has probably doesn't have any of these. CNC.
No, I didn't see these. Not at all.
A lot of our parts are made on these machines. Top and bottom caps, ferrules, trombone connectors, the valve casings I showed you, mouthpieces, are made on these machines. Parts are made at very close tolerances.
Very impressive here.
Ackright might have something like this, which is a pretty much simple lathe. It's still computer driven. We have even simpler lathes. There's no doubt we probably have something like that.
Yeah, that does look a little bit familiar.
It's our grinding room, machine shop.
Huh.
We make all of our own tooling here too. All the tooling we use to make horns is made here.
Huh.
Dies, mandrels. Now I'll show you a couple more things. We call it fineling room. Horns are going to come in here. We're going to get the slides and the pistons lapped in. Everything's hand lapped to fit the way we want them to move and work.
Do you put Monal nickel on the valves?
They're made from Monal.
Oh.
Monal is a nickel alloy. It's actually a soft metal, but it can take you can work it a lot without the metal getting too brittle or getting difficult to work with.
So when you say lap, are they buffing it, or what does that actually mean?
We're going to take it's a lapping compound. It's a mixture of oil and pumice is all it is. Looks kind of messy.
Oh.
So they'll smear that on the pistons and then run the pistons in and out of the casings.
Oh.
It just gently grinds the casings and the pistons to where everything fits. That piston fits that casing.
So that's what they mean when they say hand lapped.
Yes.
Or the valves and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I finally.
And then we do all the final assembly after we give them a final good bath. Do a final assembly with corks, felts, springs, caps, all those little goodies.
Is this the yellow brass bell that you were?
This is what we call copper.
Oh, so I got it reversed. I thought copper out there was yellow brass, and I knew that was going to be
That
copper.
was yellow brass, but it had a little reddish on it.
Okay. This actually is copper here.
This is copper.
Okay.
And then this is a bronze, and then the other one's a yellow brass.
Huh.
Now, most of these other horns are yellow brass, but they're
Gorgeous.
plated. They're silver plated.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Beautiful instruments here, really.
All these instruments are already sold, so once these are finished, they're going to get inspected, play tested, polished, packed, shipped, and they're going out the door, and they're already paid for. So everything we do is we build to order.
I guess I'll shut her down.
Yeah, it's nothing to see here.
So Charles, today was today's voting day. We got to go vote. November 6th,
I've got to go
2012. Thanks, Charles, for helping me out and checking this out. And who knows? We're going to see what happens with this horn.
I hope we can make you a horn, and I hope it's the best horn you ever played.
Right. Thanks, Charles.
You bet.